Selamat siang, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Good afternoon and very warm welcome to everyone to MAPI's Public Expo. And we also have MAP Active and MAP Boga. Last year, I was hoping that was the last virtual meeting, but unfortunately this year also we have to do through Zoom. Let us hope that the next year, the meeting will be in person so that we can all meet each other. So on behalf of management and staff, I'll be presenting about MAPI, and Mike Kepper and Anthony Cotton will follow me. So as far as MAPI Group is concerned, that our tagline is that shopping for everyone. And when we say shopping for everyone, like you start your morning going to Starbucks, drinking a coffee, then you go to Sephora or to any of our beauty hall for your makeup. Then you can decide which clothes do you want to wear. You can go to Galleria Lafayette or Cebu or any of our fashion store. Then you can work on our Apple products. Then after work, you go to gym and go to Planet Sports to do all the exercise. Then if you have got any passion for sports, then we are there with the Planet Sports. Any shopping habit, you want to travel, Samsonite, Tumi, we have it. And the back to school, we have a complete range, dining option, Pizza Marzano, and Genki Sushi, and number of other options. Then we have supermarket, food hall. And we have a power dressing. You go to Max Bara, you go to Massimo Dutti. And if you forget during the day, you can do online shopping. So that's why we say shopping for everyone, anytime, anywhere. So overall, we have a 360-degree retailing, and we are covering active fashion, department stores, food and beverages, digital, e-commerce, kids, lifestyle, anything that you talk about, and we are there. This is an overview of MAPI. We are operating 2,674 retail stores and 16 online stores. And we are also present in the third-party e-commerce. And I'll be talking later about them. We are representing 150 plus world-class brands, 110 different retail concepts. We are operating in 4 countries that we'll be talking later. Apart from Indonesia, it's Vietnam, Thailand, and the Philippines. Operating in over 80 cities with the help of 20,000 plus people and 360-degree retailing as I talked. We have a loyalty program, MAP Club, MAP Gift Voucher, and our own MAP Retail Academy. So review of 2020. First, let us talk about the economy. As you all know that last year, after many years, our GDP was negative. And Q3 was the worst when we had almost 3.5% negative GDP. And that was the first recession since 1998 after the Asian financial crisis. And retail industry, of course, because of the closure of the mall was impacted. As you know, a number of retailers have already gone bankrupt. And a lot of our suppliers to the department store, they could not supply. But MAPI has responded very proactively, and we believe that we have burned a lot of fat, and we are in a much stronger position now for a sustainable, regional profitable growth compared to last year. This year GDP, you already know, second quarter during Lebaran was very strong, was at 7%. And these are the forecasts for this year GDP between 3.7 to 4.5. But everything depends on how fast we are able to vaccinate people and how the economy is kind of going to open. Business refinement in a short, that what are the tactical actions that we have taken? So first of all, our employees and our customer safety. I'm pleased to say that almost 90% of our staff got at least one shot, and more than 40% have already got both the shots. So we are prioritizing vaccination of our employees. So not only our employees, but their family members and the customers also feel safe. And as the malls are closing, we have taken a lot of sales initiative with regard to digital, WhatsApp chat, online, as you will see from the presentation. We have been very active in terms of cost control. I will be presenting few slides that will talk about the cost control, both in terms of the premises, employees, and almost everywhere. And not only that, we have also negotiated our terms and conditions with the vendors and the brand principals, and they've been very generous in terms of supporting this partnership. And overall, we have controlled our capex. In the past, we used to spend a lot of money, more than $1 trillion, about our physical stores, but we have limited it significantly. In 2020, that we were also recognized by the Forbes as one of the top 50 companies in Indonesia. I'll talk briefly about financials. So if you can just look at 2019, that was the best year, that was the pre-pandemic, and we were in a very strong position. If you look at 2019, our sales was 20.6 trillion, and that was a growth of almost 14.4%. Our EBITDA was 2.8 trillion, that was a 13.2%. Operating profit was almost 2 trillion, that was a 9.2%, so we were very happy with that. And our net income was 5.4%, that was a 1 trillion, 100 billion, and 64 billion. So that was the best year. But last year, as we all know, because of the pandemic, first time in our company's history that we lost money. Our EBITDA was still positive, 2.2 trillion. EBIT was 57 billion negative, and our net income was 585 billion negative. But we were happy that first quarter, we were able to reverse our trend. And if you look at our result for the first half, that our sales was again coming back. It was a 9.1 trillion. EBITDA margin was 19.4%. That was 1.7 trillion. Our EBIT was 7.5%, 684. And net income was 288. So I will say it was a strong Lebaran and a strong first half. We were definitely on a track to come back strongly. But unfortunately, July again, there was a kind of store closures, and as you all know, how it has impacted the malls and all. So we have to be cautious when it goes to the quarter 3. We are hoping that we should be able to make up during the quarter 4. So I was talking about the operating expenses. If you look at the premises cost in the first half of 21 compared to last year. First of all, last year again, that we were negotiating with the landlords was already minus 31.1% during 2020, because we were negotiating hard with the landlord. We had taken a lot of actions to reduce our staff cost. So that was last year was minus 23%. And this year again is a 20% less during the first half of 2021. Depreciation and amortization is there. But advertising and promotion last year we reduced was a minus 37%. But this year, because of promoting tactical sales, we had to spend more money, especially online. So advertising and promotion have gone up this year. And all other expenses also we have reduced last year by 21% and this year by 17%. So overall, if you look at the operating expenses, last year was minus 22.7%. And this year, first half is 16.8%. So we have reduced a number of employees, especially the casual and the part-time employees and the contract employees. And that way we have been able to save a lot of money in terms of the staff cost, in terms of the premises, as you can see from the chart. And during the first half of this year again, that we have been able to reduce our rental costs. This chart shows our monthly net sales. So if the red line is representing 2020, so this pandemic started last year after 15th of March. So April was the worst period last year. April, May, June, that was the worst period. And then it started coming back. But last quarter was good for us, October, November, December, and our sales were again good, and that we achieved it. And this year, as you know, the first quarter was good with the green line, But then we started going down starting from July when the government announced closure of the mall. But digital sales is a very good progress that we have done. While in 2019, only 2.1% of the sales were coming through the digital channels. Last year, it went up to 10.3%. And during this year, first half, it's 11.6%. So we are very happy with that. From 2019, 456 billion. Last year, we touched almost 1.5 trillion. And this year again, first half, if we compare with the first half of last year was 768, and this year is a 1 trillion plus. So it's a good growth in terms of the digital, as you can see from this chart. Net sales, every year we've been growing from 2016 to 2019, CAGR was 15.2%. Last year, it was unfortunate, was minus 31.4%. But this year, we have again registered a growth of 33.9% over last year. EBITDA growth, as you can see, the CAGR from 2016 to 2019 was 22.9%. Last year, we went down. It was down by almost 21%. But this year, again, compared to last year, which was not a good year, we have again grown by 92%. So it's almost 1.8 trillion EBITDA that we have registered during the first half of 2021. EBIT growth, again, from 2016 to 2019 was almost 31% CAGR. And last year, as I said, first time we lost money, it was a negative 57 billion. But this year, first half again, it has come back to 684 billion. Net income, if you look at CAGR from 2016 to 2019 was 77.5%. Unfortunately, last year, it was minus 585 billion. And this year, again, we are in a positive territory, that is a 288 billion positive. I think this is an interesting slide. So rather than looking at a lot of numbers, I'll just draw your attention for the right side. The total debt, excluding zero coupon, convertible bond, etc. If you look at 2018, the total debt was 1.9 trillion. 2019 was 1.5. But last year, it went up to 2.5 trillion because we had withdrawn the limits of the bankers just to be on kind of safer side. And this year, the first half, the total debt is 2.2 trillion, which has come down compared to last year. But look at the net debt. In 2018, our net debt was 519 billion. And 2019, we were cash positive, so we didn't have any kind of net debt. We were positive 310 billion. 2020, despite the pandemic, that we had a positive cash, so it was a net debt positive 284 billion. And this year, first half, it's 85 billion. And similarly, if you look at the inventory days from 2018, 115 days, we were improving to 109 days. But last year, it went up because the malls were kind of closed and a lot of orders could not be canceled on time. So it went up to 152 days. But again, first half, we have made improvements. It's 128 days. Inventory aging, which is very important, which means the inventory which is more than 6 months old. 2018, we were only 24.8%. It went down to 23%. Last year, it had jumped to 37.6%. But again, it has started coming down to 30.9%. Similarly, for equity, from 5.5 trillion went up to 6.2 trillion. Last year, it came down to 5.3 trillion. Again, it has increased to 5.7 trillion. And net debt to equity also that you can see from 2018, 8.6%. Last year, was a kind of positive 4.2%, and 2020 was still a kind of 4.4%. And first half is only 1.2%. So that shows the balance sheet is kind of very strong. Fundamentals are very strong for MAPI. Now, talking about the e-commerce and the digitalization, I'm sure that everybody is very curious to know. So we are trying to grow our business through unified retailing. That is a O2O, online to offline, offline to online. And basically, what it means that we are integrating our offline and online and all the social channels into one ecosystem, and that is going to be united by MAP Club. And we already have 4.3 million members, which is growing very rapidly. So basically, how this model works, that we consolidated all our traffic sources, whether physical or digital, into MAP Club for qualitative customer analytics. So MAP offline, MAP online, MAP marketplaces, MAP WhatsApp chat, everything becomes part of that MAP Club, where we have a customer data and loyalty points, and that is where that we can do analyze. So MAP Club is the basically glue connecting all our unified retail model. Despite pandemic, we have some very strong concepts. We did not shy away from investing. So first half of this year, we have opened 150 new stores. Last year, we opened 193 stores. As you can see, active this year, we opened 48. Last year, we opened 69. Similarly, for the fashion and beauty, mostly these are the beauty stores, not in terms of the fashion. F&B, digital, and we also expanded international, mostly into the Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand, and others. We launched 4 new brands, which is a part of a more Pacific, Innisfree, Laneige, and Sulvasu. And I'm happy to say that we have also launched Boots, and the initial results have been very good, very encouraging. And Boots has been very timely acquisition by MAPI during this pandemic. These are some of the photographs for our new stores: Innisfree in Beach Walk, Bali, Laneige also in Bali, Sulvasu that we opened first store in Plaza Senayan, and we opened Boots in Pondakinda Mall 3 and in Senayan City. We have also launched, based on the success of our DigiMap, which is the Apple shop, we have also gone into the multi-brand of the electronics just to test the market. And this is the first store that we have, and it's called a DigiPlus. So while most of the products are Apple, but we have also started testing other brands apart from Apple. International expansion. This is a summary of what we have in Vietnam, Thailand, and the Philippines. I'll not be reading all the brands, but you already know that we had a Zara, Massimo Dutti, Pull&Bear, and Stradivarius in Vietnam. And then we have also become very active in terms of other brands under Active Division, that's the Champion, Birkenstock that we have been able to secure. Thailand, these are mostly shopping shop. And the Philippines will be kind of good growth. That we have the New Balance. We have also acquired Converse. We have already started opening some shops. And I'm very happy to say that we also got the right for Skechers in the Philippines, our partnership. And we will be opening number of retail stores in the Philippines for Skechers. And as you know, Skechers and Converse have been most profitable brand for us in Indonesia. So I'm happy to say that the Philippines again will be distributing these brands. And the new brands are FitFlop, Hoka. We already have the Athlete Foot and the Planet Sports in the Philippines. So this is the kind of summary for our international expansion. These are some of the photos of the new stores in Thailand, the Dr. Martens that we've opened in Thailand. And these are some of the photos of our new stores in the Philippines, like the Converse and the New Balance that I talked about. These are the stores in Vietnam, Birkenstock and Champion. We have launched in Vietnam. And online retail, we have 16 online stores. Some are those mono brands like the New Balance, Skechers, Zara, Sephora, and some are multi-brand. As you know, that we have our own MAPI Mall. And we also have MAP Club. We also have a few apps for the Starbucks and the Burger King and the Domino's. So these are our online stores. Apart from our own online stores, we have also partnered with Shopee, Zalora, Lazada, Tokopedia, Blibli. So rather than treating them as a kind of competition, we are treating them as our partner. And number of these brands, as you can see from the chart, We are already on their marketplaces. We have also partnered in terms of delivery with Shopee, Happy Fresh, like our supermarket, like the Gojek, Grab, and Traveloka. All our F&B concepts, 9 concepts, as you can see, from Starbucks, Yankee Sushi to Burger King, Domino's, we have partnered with the delivery aggregator. So after the business, let us not forget about the sustainability that we pay a lot of attention to CSR and these kind of initiatives. And I'm happy to see that MAPI has got as good a kind of rating, triple B. I wish it is higher as Amazon. So this is a kind of independent rating from Morgan Stanley, and that's what we came to know. I know that I'm running out of time, so I'll take you through very quickly. A number of environmental initiatives that we have taken, that we have been leading retailers in terms of the replacing single-use plastic bags and the provide incentive to promote change of behavior. And we are working with the government very closely. We are collaborating with the local artists to create emission-absorbing murals, implementing take-back program in the indie taxi store so that you can bring your old clothes and all that. And we are paying a lot of attention to the education. And we have programs like Raja, MAP Retail Academy, Youth Entrepreneurship Program, and Starbucks has recently launched a new program. So education has always been our priority. So we are investing into that and working with a number of NGOs. And not only that, we have been providing a lot of support during this pandemic. Our Starbucks team has been going and working with the medical workers and with the police and the front-facing team. And even our supermarket and other F&B brands that they've been serving, and not only to the customers, but also providing help to the medical workers. So we have also partnered with the foundations to encourage active and healthy living, then working together with a number of organizations to create positive impact. As you can see, that medal winners during this Olympic Games and the SEA Games, that we have been promoting and sponsoring them. MAP Retail Academy, I think it's very important, is raising the retail education standard in the country, and not only our own employees, but we are also helping other people outside of MAP system. We are also supporting Indonesian brands. We represent a lot of global brands, but if you come and visit our department store, Galilea Fire, Sogo Cebu, that we have a big section for the local brand, very good batiks. And we have also partnered, as you know, these Olympic champions, Alan and Susi, Aztec. We did a big launch for the brand, and we have a plan to bring Aztec on a regional basis. So not only Indonesia, we'll be promoting Indonesian brand on a kind of regional basis. We are helping to create a lot of jobs for the local community. We have even opened some stores within the community that from Starbucks, from the Tanah Abang, and out of Asia, that we are also into the export. So these are our facilities in Bantul, Yogyakarta, where we help more than 3,000 artisans on the 4 islands everywhere, like in Bali, Java, Lombok, Sumatra. And we are exporting to more than 20 countries. And some of those customers are Zara Home, H&M Home, Body Shop, Crate and Barrel, Marks and Spencer, and many more. So we are helping a lot of artisans and we are exporting, and this business is also doing well. In conclusion, I will say that rather than being discouraged by the pandemic and feeling bad, we are trying to make good use of the time. We are restructuring our organization. We have burned a lot of fat. We have reduced our cost, and we have identified power brands where we want to focus. We are investing a lot for our digital assets. We are transforming the company. So overall, we are trying to maximize the potential of our unified retail model in tandem with the MAP Club, as I already talked. And we are having a much closer connections with our shoppers to give them what they want, where they want, when they want. So we have very good analytical tools to connect with our customers. And we are building a long-term growth runway via investment into the new brands, but we are being very selective. You will see some more announcements will be coming in the coming weeks, not the months, about some new brands. which are going to complement our existing portfolio and which will be something new to the market, new business in the new market, as I talked about the regional growth, which will add power and scale to the future earning of MAP. So that was my last slide. Once again, thank you for your attention and thanks for visiting it. And I'll be open to any question and answer after Mike and Anthony Cotton